And if you're a runner, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're not, then you probably think I'm still crazy. All right, I don't know. We'll see how this comes together. I don't know if any of this is going to make any sense to anyone. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Dan the Ultra Dad for a quick video tonight. Don't have any footage from a run today because I didn't do a run today, but hope to get back out tomorrow. Just giving my legs a little bit of a rest after my 10-miler on Saturday. So I had a couple ideas of some topics tonight, but one that seemed to come to mind and seemed extra interesting was, why do ultramarathoners do what they do? Why do we even think about running 100 miles, and why do we think about doing it multiple times a year? Really, I'm kind of struggling here because it's hard to put into words the reasoning for putting yourself through that kind of pain and suffering. I don't know if you know much about me, but my story is that I was a long-distance runner in high school. And in college, after high school, I kind of track and cross-country runner. And after high school, I kind of got sick of running. So I went for a good 10 years, really, without doing much running at all. And then I got back into it in my 30s, a couple sprint triathlons, and then for some reason I was watching YouTube and I heard about these super long races called ultramarathons. I decided to try my hand at some 10-milers, a half marathon on the road, and then I finally got the guts to try a 50K. I ended up doing pretty well. So that got me into it, and I really haven't looked back since. After my 50K, I think I did a few more 50Ks than I tried 100K. Last year, I did 200Ks, and then I tried my first 100-miler last year as well and failed. Actually, it was in 2019. And then last year, I was able to finally get my first 100-miler under my belt. So pretty much all I can think about is 100-milers, which most people probably think is kind of nuts, but it's just very interesting to me. I don't know what it is. It's a challenge. You know, I think, what was it? Did Edmund Hillary say, or was it George Mallory? One of those two said, were asked, you know, why do you want to climb Mount Everest? And not that running 100 miles is the same as climbing Mount Everest, but the response was because it's there. And that's all I can think about as a reason why I do it. I just think it's interesting, very fun to push myself to the absolute limit to see how long I can last. It's a kind of a personal test about, you know, how tough am I? How can I handle it? Can I get not only through the physical side of it, can I last? How far can I go? How long can I go? With these, certainly with my mindset with these ultra marathons is usually not about speed. It really isn't even about competing. For me, it's more about self-reliance and a test for myself as to whether I can, how far I can push myself. And how long I can last, and am I tough enough to push through both the physical and the mental side. And one of the things I learned the first time I tried a 100-miler, which I've talked about many times, the Fat Dog 120 in 2019, I went 73 miles and I was unable to finish it. The biggest reason I failed during that race was with the mental side. I just wasn't ready to, I thought I was, but when it came down to it, I wasn't ready to push through that pain and just continue on. And I let some things get on my mind, like I was going too slow, I wasn't going to be able to finish, it was going to be impossible, so why keep going? Well, after that failure, I did a lot of thinking and a lot of, I guess, self-examination, and I started to realize that was one of the big flaws from that race. So last year, I went to the Mohican 100. I was able to push through. I was able to finish. And after that, I've basically been, like I said, thinking of nothing else but the next race. So it's kind of addicting, and honestly, it does take a lot of my time. So, you know, the time balance, the work, family, running balance is always a challenge. Let's talk about a couple other things. So whenever I get asked that I always get asked that question, why? Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself through that? And like I said, number one, because it's there. Number two, because I like to test myself and just see how tough I am. but can I push myself to the limit and then come out the other side? And I just had fun with it, especially the Mohican 100 was about one of the most fun events I've ever participated in. I mean, I can't recommend it enough to push yourself to the limits, whether that's a half marathon, whether maybe it's not running at all, maybe it's education. Get that next degree. See what you can accomplish, see what you can do. Maybe it's business, see what you can do, see how well you can perform, see how profitable you can be. I don't know. For me, it's with running right now, it's fun. I really enjoy it. It's mostly for me about testing myself. It's just very interesting, and I know that's probably not a very satisfying answer for people that think that we're totally insane for being ultramarathoners or endurance athletes, because there is a lot of pain. It's not all fun. I do think it forces us to learn how to be positive in the midst of adversity. So I think that's a huge benefit to this sport. Well, another big thing for me with these ultra events is it's nice to get out and be kind of alone for a little while. I know that sounds so bad. That sounds so antisocial, because it's not antisocial. You meet a lot of people along the way and you have a lot of fun, a lot of good conversation, a lot of friends are made. But there's a certain element of it that, for a good portion of it, you can be alone and kind of with your own thoughts. And it gives you a chance to engage in some self-reflection. That's probably a big part of it. So conquering fears. So that's also a big part of why I do these ultra marathons, the 100-milers, the 100Ks, the 50Ks. It's facing the fact that you're going to be involved in a lot of pain. It's going to hurt. And not being afraid of it and embracing it. So some people say kind of embracing the suck, I guess is what they say, but embracing that part of these events that's really hard on you. So, and if you're a runner, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're not, then you probably think I'm still crazy. But that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And at least you've heard it from me and you've heard someone try to explain it. If you like my channel, definitely hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up if you like this video. And if you want to hear more of my videos, hit the bell notification so you know when my videos come out. I'm the Ultra Dad. I'm all things running, especially ultra marathons. And I hope you enjoy my channel. And if you have any topics you'd like me to talk about, I'd be happy to talk about them. In fact, why don't you go ahead and make a comment down below and give me some ideas. Thanks again for joining me. It's really nice to have people subscribe to my channel and watching my videos. And thanks for bearing with me here during these winter months when it's tougher to get outside and get really nice footage for you. So, all right, well, hope you're doing well again and have a good night. I think that's all I had to talk about. So we'll see you in the next one.